Hello there. I've come once again to issue something for which I've been requested, which was to actually provide a deep dive run that was literally ASMR. So I do like to attempt requests, at least for fun, and I hope this calming message might reach you well. We'll be going for the deep dive of everything on mute in a relaxing manner, and you can see the calming experience of a whale-looking free-to-play account delving to the depths of the phantasm, bringing millions of damage and many unreliable death resistance checks to the forefront. Now for this mission, given that it's Lily, I will stick with Funus. I turn them, and we'll begin. We'll probably alternate between whispering from the top of my throat and my lower throat as well. I do not remember which of these is preferable to go to first. I think it was this one. Yes, they're not doing enough damage to kill me immediately. Hopefully it doesn't pick up my clicking noises too much. Although I know that in itself can be a form of relaxation. So I will use this card, and then Annihilation would probably be most prudent. And then I can use Funus Aeternum into Horror's Exalt. Apologies, I just had to pause the recording for a moment. Now we go back to it. Let's see here. Unfortunately, they are woefully short of Aliemus for the purpose. Then we winkle. Oh, make sure not to forget the strike. And finish. I like having Echo on this card. When it is possible, at least. Dearest Babe is a wonderful relic. Wonderful like the journeys we take for our minds at night. I believe, should we go there or straight directly to the elite? I usually find it safer actually to go to this particular elite first. Duplicate one of 3 command cards. Advanced Berserk is quite good. I will just take the money just to be sure that I have enough to work with. Duplications, while very powerful, can give you things, can leave you in a worse situation and cause you to have to reset the map. And it wouldn't be very relaxing if we had to reset the map unnecessarily, now would it? That is my thinking of it. So, we have quite a while in which to bring judgment down upon this creature. We will use Blood of Decay for vulnerability. And then we may use Ritual of Abundance for the boiled bloods. I will need to use that. And then him. I hope this deep dive will fulfill any wishes or concerns you might need to show you the way on what to do. Unfortunately, she is on 99 aliemus, but it matters not. Then another round of boiled bloods. It will take a great deal of damage. Then we'll watch it split, although debatably one should wait. And we use Snarl and Tab. How annoying. We will need to use a defend. And Funus. With that being done, if you are body, yes, we can 43. I believe it might be best to use all of these together. Then use the Hymn of Blood and Sand into Winkle's Exalt. And with the strike and the boil blood, it is done. Admittedly, having a relic as strong as this very early, and Omen Ritual Bird as well, these are relics you always wish to be seeking out, if possible. Stelle is also nice for ensuring you have enough money, and I like to place an Echo Orison upon Carol, if possible. Well, it's also good on boil, but it's not quite. It's best to get it sooner rather than later, if at all. So I will put it on Carol for now. Now we can go to this fight. Myself and many beings around me have been quite sick lately. I hope that's not the same for many of you who are listening to this. But if so, I wish for you to recover as soon as it may be possible. Wait, do not use that yet. would be best to use this? And after 2 bloods, we sacred in the usual relaxing rotation of things. Now we may give one to them, and to her as well. Simply refreshing for the next conflict. After all, we do not want the tribulations in our lives to carry too much difficulty. Snarl is tempting just for the sacrifice tax. The catalyst is very strong. Oh, Anna had to. Oh, she had to go. I see. That's fine. I hope. A free bastion is fine. It is always welcome. The next. There is one other fight that is quite difficult in this deep dive, but apologies if that picked up. I require a little water, and I advise you to take a little sip of water if you are listening. We can immediately replicate our boil blood once again. "24" is an unfortunate amount. And then there's no vulnerable to wield. That's probably alright. Oh, happily we receive very good hits on the boil blood. Let me check my recording. Yeah, it's fine. And we might as well save the strike to make the next fight easier. If this is enough damage, which I believe it should be, just barely. That was quite close. But to be close to the precipice of destruction is nothing to worry about. It's only when it crosses over that it becomes too much. Do I wish for dirge with computation or bloodlust? I feel like dirge with computation is a bit stronger. Now remove the F1. Now we still have a few more fights left. The reason I'm a little stingy on this map is just because I know from experience that the amount of money provided can be surprisingly low. Differential engine is a wonderful relic, even for Ofash, who does not require arithmetica quite as much as some. There should be one more fight and one more storm. The next fight is the most challenging one, but I think I'm okay. I considered if, oh, it's a hellhound. I thought it was, oh dear, I thought it to be a, I might need to spend the ultra 10 to avoid calamity. Oh, there's boiled blood. Okay, we should be alright. Although the lack of Ofash's rouse is a little sad. Together, I will need to use this. And then I hope that I am hoping that I will have energy beam would provide. I'm hoping that my Ofash cards will provide enough silver key to rouse. 40. Or alternatively, I can simply do this. But that does not double over exalt definitively. Accordingly, I will probably need to I guess it depends on the exact damage available, but I will probably need to go into Ultra 10. Let's see. With 1045, I could potentially use him again. And then with this, how many? 388. That is only one death resist. Perhaps it would be better if I... Let me see. Truthfully, I think it would be better to keep the Ultra 10 in exchange for one death resist. But that might be arrogant. It would be nice to see some sort of, well, I suppose of Hash's strikes are a fine god. The combination of these exalts. Suppose I'll take this. Okay, and with that being found, oh, that's wonderful. The The only issue is that, oh dear, I may in fact be short volumes. Oh no, it's fine. Yes, we can simply end turn and let the aliemas come for us. And I believe they don't actually die, which is ideal. Oh no, they do. Okay, that's fine. I think that fight result is okay. Holding the Ultra 10 is very, very useful. To use it to... Okay, now we can remove the energy beam. I think is most prudent. And we have enough money to buy quite expensive relics, actually. I'll go to the other shop first. Shelly could be good, but it's not necessary. These are all... None of these are particularly good. Light of Civilization is always a very nice card. It's basically... This is basically the Weeping Bell without the downside, in my opinion. Black Candle is not necessary this time. I don't normally take Golden Reverie given its expense, but I think it's a good time for it. These are all pretty poor. I should be fine to refresh. Oh, chronometric device. That's wonderful. And Trickster Hat is... not potentially. I think our home would be more beneficial here. Yes, those are very good relics. With these two things combined, it should be a nice relaxing boss fight. And a relaxing boss fight is my favorite kind of boss fight, personally speaking. So, we lack Ofash's Rouse. Is it drawable? No? Okay. At least not easily. I'm not too worried. Because ordinarily I would not take Solidify, but given the fact I have our home, I think it's fine. And 58, it's definitely not very worthwhile as an effect, but 58 strength is not terrible. Just looking carefully at that. Okay, we can eat this. And then inside. That's a pretty useless straw, but it's okay. I will in fact use this now, because it will not be needed to overexalt again. The lack of vulnerable in opening hand or rouse is a shame, but it's okay because our main goal is simply to set up for turns to come. I will actually save the carol. Will immediately. Oops, apologies. My chair is a little creaky. Then we continue with the gift of the chronometric device. And with all these things put together, will be able to sleep very well, I think. Wow, that shield is quite impressive, I have to admit. But now we have Vermilion right, and that's all that matters. We need only, let's see. I will use the Carol now. Yes, I'll use Carol to provide Aliemus to Winkle predominantly. I forgot about the leap effect actually. So, with that in mind, I can then use. Looking at my draw pile, I do not have any sources of vulnerable, so I will actually use this. Then I can exalt and then immediately Vermilion right after the exalt. I can also, let's see, I can and should also use Tice's Rouse. And then, oh, one moment. Use some of these, of course. Then with that being done, the power of Tice's Rouse kicks in once again. And with a generous boil blood. This is funny actually. Winkle's the great amount of Aliemus Winkle gives is currently literally irrelevant, which is quite funny in my opinion. And weaken him. Actually, let's see, 30. Okay. It's fine just to use her card. Okay, now we'll use Tice's Caress. And boil blood. And boil blood. And we'll go into Ultra Turn at this time. The reason for doing so is twofold. The first is to give us even more opportunity to stack our cards, and the second is to permit us to, pardon my thoughts, is to permit us to potentially block this hit. Would be very nice if we could. I'm not entirely sure of the possibility of it, but it seems worth a try. The question is, will you? Yes, I believe with the relics together, this should provide enough Aliemus by itself. And what is even better is we are also getting key devours as well. Is it better to use this so Ties can devour? Because she will not get her exalt. I think that's fine. I would rather get another Devour on Ovhash. Devouring a Scion twice per turn on Ovhash is an enormous damage boost. Oh nice, that even provides yet more. Then I can insight. Oh, I would normally like Dirge, but it's a poor time to draw it because of the Ultra 10 mechanic. Now our damage is starting to creep up significantly. And we can continue our attack. And I'm not entirely certain we can block this hit, is the only disappointment. Yes, because of the shield reduction. 1628. Looks like... what is she? Oh, I did not weaken her. Well, that's foolish, isn't it? How is she not weakened? I suppose I only have one source of weaken in my deck. I think I'm in an okay position nonetheless. But it's not ideal. Because she should be... I believe that she should be dead in her first phase this turn. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. I am fine with Hysteria Infection in this case. For the... I will happily take Assemble. Oh, a little bit laggy. This looks good. It looks to me as if we can get some really key OEs off, which is fantastic. Now we can Scion once again. Oh, the lack of crit is slightly unfortunate. We'll use Ty's ult. Boil blood. Hola's relaxing exalt. The poem she brings. Although I never thought that much of her poetry personally. If you actually read the lines in the story, I thought these are a little strange. But it's a matter of taste, isn't it? Oh, Victory of Rose is probably good here, actually. Yes, I like Victory of Rose here. Could also Lone Seed, but I don't think it's necessary. Hopefully this does show why Chronometric Timer is one of the absolute best relics for Ravage as well. I think most people do know that, but if not... See, my shield generation was a lot more potent this turn than past ones. There's no... Yeah, that's fine. I'll actually hold on to Sacred Blood. I'm not sure we'll be able to kill her in one turn, but certainly in 2 turns. It should be very doable. I do need to use these excess cards. And okay, that's fine. If I'm not mistaken, even with wasting 21 Aliemas here, I think this should be fine. Yes, it looks fine. We'll then use him. And immediately the formless shifting, as well as Horla's Exalt. Does this provide me enough Aliemus, or are we just shy? I think we're just shy. That's unfortunate, because I would like to eat. Let's see. This will give me 21. So, there are many cards I can draw that provide enough. Oh, just slight lag. That is not one of them, though. But it's so unfortunate. I'm just slightly shy. That's okay. It simply means that we'll have to. I mean, what is my highest damage combo? I believe my. Should I go for max damage this time? I think I should, because without question, she will die next turn. So I might as well try to burst her with maximum power. Now I can Tide's Exalt. It doesn't look like this will be sufficient damage to me. But she's using Eternal Flower regardless. We can just keep going. Yeah, our strength is slightly too low for a combo like this. Yeah. That's just fine. And now, should I go for Snow? It's very tempting, but not an especially good idea, I suppose. Actually, yeah, why not? I think it would be fun to see. Fun to see a grotesque amount of damage on the Overexalt. Would it not? So I will need to feed this directly to Tides, and then use this. And also, I'll hold on to the defend this time. Oh, no crit. How disappointing. Now I can Funos. And I'm back into the Boil Blood combo. And with Horla's Exalt. Oops, pardon me. I would imagine that they will die to the Exalt itself, but wow, 351k times 2 with all of that follow-up is quite a nice amount of damage. But yes, that was a very simple deep dive with very good relics, honestly, even though my play was not the most perfect. But it's not as if things need to be perfect in life always, as long as we continue to physically exist. And there's some relaxation and reassurance to be found in these little daily tasks, I think. In any case, I hope this video provided the hoped for and requested relaxation, or if nothing else, was a source of amusement. And may the rest of your night and the rest of your days for the next small hints of time to come be blessed by Tirama and any other beings